Mahakumbh Mela, which is part of the glorious spiritual and cultural heritage of India, is progressing at Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. Hundreds of millions of people arrive from all parts of the world to take part in the festival and take a holy dip in river Ganga. And this is considered to be a very holy thing in Hinduism. But at the same time, there are critics of this festival also who allege that taking a holy dip in river Ganga at this time is going to invite trouble. They allege or they spread lies that if you take bath in river Ganga, then you are going to be affected by diseases. Recently, an activist and a Kerala football player, C.K. Vineet, he alleged that or warned people not to take a dip in river Ganga. He said that's going to cause skin diseases. And this type of projections or conclusions are actually pseudoscience. They sound like science, but they don't have the support of any research material or data. They simply jump into conclusions. They think that this could happen that way only. And they are motivated also. But all such doubts have been put to rest by research done by world-renowned scientist Dr. Ajay Sonkar at Prayagraj. He found that because of the huge presence of bacteriophages that destroy bacteria, the river is safe and the water is absolutely fit for taking a dip. So let's go into the details of the crux of the whole issue. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. As I said, there are people in India who attack each and every stuff associated with Hinduism. They claim to have the support of science also. This is actually pseudoscience. They don't have any research material or data to support their claims. But they use scientific terms, they use jargons so that their conclusions or their imagination will be accepted as the result of scientific study by the society. Actually, they are afraid to make such comments against other religious practices, including those of Islam and Christianity, because they know very well that Hindus won't respond. This is one factor that emboldens them. And here in Kerala, many leftists are doing this. Their strength is, the stoic attitude of Hindu community. And here also it happened. But as I said, all such conclusions have been or doubts have been put to rest by the study done by Dr. Ajay Sonkar. You need to know about Ajay Sonkar. What is his credibility? He is a world-renowned scientist. And he has jointly undertaken research work with 2016 Nobel Prize winner of Tokyo University, Dr. Yoshinoro. Then this man, Dr. Ajay Sonkar, had been awarded a Padma Shri also. He was even praised by our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, for his scientific contributions. He is a scientist who had done research works in association with Harvard Medical School in the United States, Tokyo University, and IITs in India, etc. So now you know about the credibility of this person. He has conducted a study at Prayagraj. He found that the water is absolutely safe for taking a dip. This is because of the presence of bacteriophages in river Ganga. He says that river Ganga has got almost 50 times bacteriophages than any other freshwater river in the world. The result is these bacteriophages immediately attack and alter the RNA of harmful bacteria. They affect only harmful bacteria. And it is because of this the water remains safe. It's a natural wonder. It's a natural phenomenon. I am not one who will say there is a divine hand in this or this is because of a divine act. Let's don't go that way. This is a purely a conclusion of a scientific research experiment. This is something empirical. You have got data and evidence to prove your point. Now here, Dr. Ajay Sonkar has proved that, and the result of his research work has been published, and it has already appeared in newspapers. I read this from Times of India. So this is the reality. So there is no need to worry about taking a dip in river Ganga as part of Mahakumbh. Even though hundreds of millions of people are taking a dip, the number of bacteriophages have also proportionately increased in the location. Because the number of bacteria increases, the number of bacteriophages also increase. That way it works. And that actually saves millions, or I mean hundreds of millions or crores of people from affecting any disease. Otherwise a contagious disease would have already broken out. It needs only common sense to think like that, because even without a research we can safely conclude, because otherwise the whole India would have been affected by some contagious diseases. It has not been so long after the pandemic COVID-19. So if the river was so much polluted, definitely some pandemic would have broken out, and that has not happened itself proves that such fears about getting affected by bacteria or some other thing is not the is not a reality in Mahakumbh. This has been validated by a scientific study. But at the same time, I don't think the critics of Indian culture and religious practice or spiritual practices are going to stop because one scientist has proved it otherwise. Because their criticism is not based on any scientific fact. They are motivated by other factors. They are motivated by money. Then they could be motivated by fame. There are people who thinks that they could become progressive just by criticizing practices of Hinduism. So all these encourage them to criticize because they know there will not be any backlash, because Hindus are very tolerant. Anyway, let us safely go to Prayagraj and take a dip if you want. If you are a believer, no problem in that. That's for now. Meet you with another topic next time. Till then, goodbye.